To start the process of photosynthesis, we enter the leaf through the stomata. From the stomata, we go to the cross-section of the leaf, which show the mesophyll cells. Inside the mesophyll cells, we find chloroplasts. In the chloroplasts are the thylakoids and the stoma. The stoma is the intracellular fluid, where dark reactions occur. The thylakoids have a thylakoid membrane, where photosystem II, electron transport, and photosystem I occur. These are the light reactions.
I'm a water molecule, and we're here to start the photosynthesis process on floor 11.
Now light enters the reaction. In the thylakoid membrane, photons of light come in, and chlorophyll A starts the light reaction.
In this stage, the water is split, and then the electron is given up.
While the electron moves down the electron transport chain, it provides energy to the protons through the gradient, which allows ADP to make ATP through photophosphorylation.
In this stage, the electron is given to the NADP+, which is an electron acceptor, and makes NADPH!
The products of the light reaction are NADPH, O2, and ATP. O2 leaves the light reaction. I'm CO2 from the atmosphere, coming from carbon fixation. 3 of me
And 1 of this ribulose bisphosphate combined to make 1.
I'm being phosphorylated.
I'm 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate.
6 of me, NADPH,
And 6 of me, 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate.
make G3P, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. 2 G3Ps combine to make
Glucose. The end products leave the cell.
and the 9 ATP molecules are used to replenish the reactants and start again.
Most plants are unable to survive in a harsh, arid atmosphere. These normal plants perform a form of photosynthesis known as C3. Now there are 2 different evolutionary mechanisms that have developed in order for plants to survive in these harsh environments. The first of these is C4 photosynthesis. C4 photosynthesis takes place in 2 different distinct cells, the first of which is the mesophyll cell, and the second of which is the bundle sheath cell. Now C3 plants are unable to survive in these harsh atmospheres because in order to not lose water, they close their stomata during the day. However, the unintended consequence of this is that there's a buildup of oxygen inside the cell, and so a process known as photorespiration begins to occur, which is almost an opposite form of photosynthesis in which oxygen is taken into a cycle and CO2 is produced, the opposite of what the plant wants to do. So, what this does is it removes the Calvin cycle, which takes place in the bundle sheath cell, from the immediate atmosphere. CO2 and O2 both enter into the mesophyll cell, in which there is a different enzyme distinct from ribisco, which is used in most plants, known instead as PEP carboxylate. This enzyme then takes PEP and fixates CO2 to create a 4-carbon molecule known as oxoalacetate, which then becomes malate. At this point, using ATP generated by cyclical electron flow inside of the bundle sheath cell, malate is split into 2 parts, pyruvate, which then becomes PEP, rechurning again to continue the cycle, and then the other part is the CO2. The CO2 then exits the mesophyll cell through the plasmodesmata, an intercellular tube, and enters into the bundle sheath cell. Here, the CO2 then goes into the regular Calvin cycle in which it can produce sugar to go to the vascular tissue. Photosynthesis is somewhat simpler than C4 to understand. Instead of having the process of photosynthesis take place in two different parts of the cell, it splits up the process across time. Now, as covered earlier, the stomata can't be open during the day, otherwise the plant will use water. And so, CAM plants keep the stomata closed. However, once nighttime comes, they open, allowing CO2 to enter the cell, but not losing a significant amount of water because the air is substantially cooler at that point. From there, the CO2 is then incorporated into the cell into a variety of organic acids. The CO2 remaining inside the organic acid stays there throughout the night, and then when daytime comes around and the stomata are again closed, the Calvin cycle can take place like normal.